back to another video. For those who are new here, my name is Miss Hatcher, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always returning, for always watching my videos, for always supporting me. It means a lot. It helps me a lot. I'm just going to do a voiceover. I'm not going to talk through. I prep my skin using Dr. Rachel toner. I make sure I apply that all over my face gently. It gives a glow to dehydrated skin. And then I wait for it to dry before applying my moisturizer. And I use a St. Ives moisturizer to moisturize my face before going next to my eyebrows. I make sure my eye pencil is sharp enough, and I use a spoolie to brush through my eyebrows. I make sure that I draw right underneath where my eyebrows are, just exactly right underneath, and at the upper part I make sure it's exactly where my eyebrows start, right above it. I do the same to the other eye. And to fill in my eyebrows, I use lines or strike like lines to fill in my eyebrows. I use the strike like lines also at the beginning of my eyebrows, just to give it a natural look. I do the same to the other eyebrow. I use a Sleek Pro concealer to conceal my at the under of my eyebrows, and I make sure I use a flat brush to do that, and I conceal according to my liking, according to the shape of the kind of eyebrows I want. You could do the same. And make sure I am gentle and patient with this process. And next I'm going to go to right above my eyebrows, where I use my Maybelline Superstay foundation. I am patient still with my eyebrows, and I make sure I draw according to my liking. I take my foundation brush and I just blend that foundation out, blend it in with my skin, just to get that out of the way. And I take my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toffee. I prep, that is what I use to prep my eyelids first. Make sure I get that right everywhere on my lid, my eyelids. And then I take a brush like my foundation brush. I have two brushes of this, and I prep that eyelid again with my primer, my eye primer, and I take the same brush to just tap it in. I do not drag, I tap it in. Dragging moves the product, so make sure you tap in. I'm going to use these shades for my eyes. I'm going to use at least 4 shades: the nude, the black, the brown, and the shade that's like my color. I'm going to start with the shade that's like my color, skin color. And I'm going to get that all over my upper lid. I'm going to use a circular motion, going back and forth until it blends well. And I'm going to move to the next shade, which is the brown, the hot brown shade. I'm also going to use circular motions while applying it, and I'm just going to apply it right underneath the other shade. I'm just going to blend them in together, and I do that to the other eye. I do both eyes at the same time, so I don't have to go back right in after doing one. Makes the work easier and faster. And I'm going to take the black eyeshadow, and I'm just going to apply that at the outer part of my lid. and make sure I try and drag that just a little bit at the inner part of my lid. And I'm going to take the nude eyeshadow to apply on the top of my eyelid now, from the inner part going towards the black eyeshadow. Make sure they meet well, and just go back with the hot brown eyeshadow and blend them all out together, just to give you a seamless look. And that will be it for the eyeshadow. I then take my MAC eyeliner, and I struggle a bit with this, but as always I clean the messy part of the eyeliner with my foundation at the end of this process. So be patient with your eyeliner, be very patient with it, and make sure I just drag on top of the part where I want the eyeliner to sit. And I'm not so hard with this process. Make sure you're light-handed while drawing your eyeliner, just so to avoid it being messy and everywhere. And I like this MAC eyeliner because it dries the instant you put it on top. Like, just by tapping it, it dries, so it doesn't get messy and everywhere. I'd really advise for you to use this MAC eyeliner. It's a very good product. I do the same to the other eye, and I go all the way to the front, to the inner part of my eye, and I just make sure I get that straight and to where I want it to be. It's a bit of a long process for me because I'm still not so good doing my eyeliner. I hope to be super good doing it soon. And I'm just going to take my mascara, and I can't remember this shade, but I take my mascara and I brush my eyelashes. I brush them to be darker to how they were, because of the eyeshadow process messes up your eyelashes. And I take my lashes, my duo lash glue, and my tweezers, and I apply this all over the lash, and I give it a blow just for it to get tacky for like 30 seconds, and then I put it on. For those who haven't watched my eyelash video, please go back and watch my eyelash tutorial, how to apply my eyelashes. And that's how they look, both of them, after applying them on. And this is what I told you about cleaning my messy part of the eyeliner. That's how I clean them out. I'm taking my primer, my face primer, to prep my skin first before applying my foundation. I apply this on the areas where I sweat a lot, and that's my T-zone area. That's the area where I sweat a lot. I'm using a flat brush to do this process, and just make sure you get that in well. Be gentle with it. Also make sure you get it right in where you sweat on your face. And that will be it for the eye primer. I take my MAC. It's a primer spray and can also be used as a setting spray. I'm covering my eyes for it not to get on my eyes first. Then I'm taking my foundation, Maybelline Super Stiff Foundation, and I'm just going to start blending from one side of my face before going to the other side. This helps in making the the foundation shade look even, because sometimes it dries and you don't want it to dry. I'm also taking my foundation brush to do this process, and I start with blending first one side of my face before going to the next. Make sure you're tapping the foundation in and not dragging it, because like I said, dragging moves all the products that you've applied underneath, and that looks ugly while doing it. So make sure you tap in instead of dragging. Get that all over your face nicely, and I start with my cheeks before going to my forehead, and I tap that in even underneath my eyes nicely, and I go to my ears and to my neck. Just make sure you join them all in together. Then I'll go next to my forehead. I do my forehead last so that I do not have to apply foundation. I just have to use the remaining product on the brush to do this. And I'm going to take my Pro Concealer, still in the shade Toffee, to highlight my face, and I apply this straight underneath my eyes, right underneath my eyes, the ridge of my nose, in my forehead, together with the upper parts of my lip. And also I apply this on my chin. This is how it looks well applied. I just wait for it to dry for 1 minute, and then I apply my contouring Pro Concealer in the shade Cocoa. Just apply that on my cheekbones. And then I apply it at the end of my nose, just right after where I had put my highlighting concealer. I like doing this process all at the same time because it just gives me time to wait for my concealer to dry. I also apply this on the sides of my chin, and then I take my dam. It just has a little bit of water in it, and I take one side of it and blend in. I just blend in my contour nicely, just exactly at the cheekbones. Please don't drag it down or upwards, just dab it in on the cheekbones. I also do the same at the outer parts of my nose, exactly at the outer parts of my nose. Join with my cheekbones, then go to the chin. Make sure you're dabbing it in, not dragging it, just dab it in. I use a different side of the sponge to blend in my concealer. So make sure you're blending in your concealer where you want your face to be highlighted. and this is the exact place where I want my face to be highlighted. Make sure you use a different side to contour and a different side of your blending sponge to conceal. I do this all over my face to the places where I want to be highlighted only. I take my it's an angled flat brush just to blend in the parts where I contoured. All the parts that I contoured, I just go right in with this brush. Go ahead and take my Sacha or Sasha powder. It's a translucent powder, and I apply this on the areas where I applied my concealing product. These are the areas where I want my face to be highlighted. I like to set my concealer with this product because my concealer does not move the whole day and it sits where I placed it. I'm just going to apply this in all the areas where I highlighted my face with my concealer. I also like doing this just to outline and to make visible where I contoured. So just like I'm doing, please do the same. It outlines the contour. And then I take my face powder from Zaron Cosmetics and I use it to blend off the product that I had used first on the areas that I wanted to highlight. I just use that all over those places and then I go ahead and use it all over my face. Please do not do this if you have a matte skin or that is a dry skin. This applies to the oily skin. Please use this on the oily skin because if you use this on a dry skin, it will definitely look ashy or it will make the face feel more matte, and sometimes the face might have these cracks. So this is only for those who sweat or have an oily skin. Just go ahead and use that all over your face. Don't forget your neck and your ears for them to look blended with the makeup on the face. I go ahead and take my blusher. This blusher has shimmery on it, so if I apply this blusher, I normally don't do my highlight on my cheekbones. I just keep that part. And I apply that on my cheeks, and I use a smiley face to help me do this so that I don't get it wrong. Apply that right on your cheeks. Also like doing this step on my nose so that it can also look snatched. Definitely you're going to see the end product for this. And yeah, then I take my eye pencil and I outline my under eyes, just to make them defined, just to make my eyes defined. Just right under, not on your waterline, right under your waterline, just a little bit. Try to use an eye pencil that's not so sharp. And then I'll take my Anastasia highlighting palette. I'm just going to apply highlighter at the corner of my eyes. And I'll also do this to the other eye and also under my eyebrows and on my nose, just to give it a little pop. I also highlight my lips with this highlighting palette, just so to define my lipstick. And then I go ahead and take my MAC setting spray or primer. It's a plus MAC spray, so I use it the same use. And then I take my green tea setting spray from Kiss Beauty and I spray it all over my face. I'm using 2 shades to do an ombre lipstick, and I'm using a maroon lipstick, and I'm using a nude pink lipstick for the inner part of the lippies. Go ahead and take my lip gloss from Kiss Beauty and I apply that all over my lips. I wanted a glossy look, not a matte look. So if you want a matte look, you can just leave it as it was. But if you want a glossy look, you can just apply a lip gloss for this process. So guys, that is it. I am done with the makeup, and I just thought of going for nude kind of eyes with some glitter line, and I thought of going with this maroon kind of pink glossy lipstick. And I didn't do highlight on my cheeks, I just did a blusher that has highlights. And yeah, that's it. Basically my skin is it brown, brown dark skin, I'd say it like that. So basically this is makeup for black women, and that's a full glam. That's my full glam look, and have a look at it closely. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being with me till the end of the video. And guys, please subscribe, like and share my videos. It really helps me a lot. So I see you, we see each other in the next video. Love you guys.